So this is the front porch, looking out into the garden in the front yard. Rudbeckia gigantica there. Grew them from seed. This is the first year they're blooming. Some smaller echinacea. Gaura over here, which I quite like. The bees and the butterflies like them. They always kind of dancing in the wind. Another Echinacea gigantica back there, and some more the regular Echinacea. There's the purple cone flowers here. Rudbeckia. Forget the flavor. There's an Agapanthus there. He didn't overwinter terribly well. I've only got one sick little flower stalk on him, but that's okay. Bee balm, Monarda. Forget what flavor that is. The tree, the Japanese maple, that is a moonfire. Japanese beetles love that every year. Haven't got there yet. It's only June. Just a bucket o' salvia, different flavors, the red and the whites and the pinks, the bees and go nuts for that. Just a Oriental lily there, forget the flavor. There's no fragrance on that one, but it is pretty. It's shorter this year than it has been in the past. It's been 5 to 6 feet tall this year. It's probably only around 4 feet tall. My camellias here that were frozen to the ground 2 winters ago are coming back. I forget what flavor they are. And there's a little mini ginkgo there, dwarf ginkgo that I got. It turns very yellow in the fall. That's a swamp sunflower. I forget the Latin name, but that gets massive by September, and it's a massive yellow, just like the Rudbeckia over there. 2 Japanese maples. I forget what flavor they are. I've got them marked. One's I forget what they are. I have them marked. The weeping picea, or the ABs. A couple more rhododendrons in the back there. Some more Monarda up front. Some yarrow. More Rudbeckia. I forget the scientific name for those, but those are African daisies. They're quite nice. They're annuals. It's time to update my pots in the front. The last of the little flowers are gone. Those were dianthus, some hostas, endless summer hydrangea. That's the Edgeworthia there, the big one in the middle. And then there's a Fatsia japonica in the back there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's back there. Oh, I think that's an Orange Dream, Weepy Maple. I don't think it's Orange Dream. I forget what it is. And just some annuals. Another dianthus. This was beautiful. It was orange. More echinacea. Another basket O salvia. Another one of the swamp sunflowers. That's a Picea pungens, ruby teardrops. That's Picea pungens, just a globoso form. That's in pot. I just potted that up fresh. It was filled with lupins, and it's already too warm for lupins here, so they're gone. Another ruby teardrops. Those pine cones, when they come out, they're bright red. Bright red when they come out in the early spring. Just some more echinacea, another little pot with some petunias and balloon flowers, and some more echinacea. And there's another agapanthus that's not doing so well. Don't know why. They did gangbusters last year. I overwintered them. This year they didn't do that great. There's a couple. There's a I think they call that a dinner plate iris. That's just in bloom there. There's another one down here that's about to be in bloom. Oh, I missed one. Did miss one bloom on it right there. The creeping phlox, coreopsis. Just some more. This is called Bushman's Lace. Picea pungens, blue spruce. I gotta keep training it up. As it's the weeping form, so I've trained it up. It's grown quite a bit. It was in a small 3-gallon pot, and it was only about 2 feet tall. It's grown significantly in a few years it's been in this ground. And again, just another pot. That's the bees go mad for that mint. I learned the hard way, don't put mint in the ground. I had some too much hubris and tried to control some mint in the ground, but the bees really like that. It's called a butterfly mint. Forget the exact flavor. A couple little strawberries. There's my rose experiment, which is, oh boy, oh joy. Japanese beetles are out. Japanese beetles are the reason I gave up roses years ago. But those were $6 roses from Home Depot. They were on closeout, and I thought I'd put them in. And I've got a couple of months out of them before the Japanese beetles hit. And again, just another view of the garden, another agapanthus. I do love them. I'm not sure why they didn't overwinter as well this year. Some more Monarda and some more echinacea. Some annuals. Coreopsis. The Stilby there. I got that purple Stilby a week or so ago. Got some, this hydrangea standard. I think it's, I forget what flavor he is, but he's just a couple of weeks from just being a mass of giant snowballs. You can see the buds forming there. And I've got some Aqualegia that's going to seed. I love to let them go to seed. Trying to get them started to spread around, and some hostas tucked in here and there. The rhododendrons in the back are Mobile Bay or Pride of Mobile or Mobay or something of that. I've had trouble getting them to bloom. It seems like every year they get zapped with the cold weather. These were bred for the heat tolerance more than the cold tolerance, apparently. And I thought that would do well here, but they're lovely green, but I sure do want the flowers. Again, some more hostas that I another Aqualegia going to seed. You can get a little view. The yellow, they were yellow this year. They kind of change color. It depends on which ones come back. This one was white. The one here, this one was white. That one was yellow. Another Aqualegia, that was a little purple one there. This is another Picea abies. This one was golden something, golden thunder, golden something or another. When the new, may be difficult to tell, but when a new growth comes out, it's bright, vibrant yellow, very yellow. Some hostas whose names have escaped into history. Digitalis, it's just, he was pretty. I like the color. I have a hard time growing them here. I can't get them to reseed themselves, but oh well, I'll buy a couple a year and put them in a pot. That Japanese maple is Purple Ghost. So my plan, I have got a plan. I'm going to train him up over the top of these guys, the little Picea abies there, and there's I forget what the flavor of that azalea is, but it was a massive white. There's another one tucked in back there. Haven't found a permanent home for them yet. They were put in originally when the builder built the house, and they died back, and I revived them. So another African daisy here. Now here's an agapanthus that's just brilliant. He's just super happy in this pot, and he's been in that pot for 3 or 4 years, and they all go in the garage over winter. And for some reason this past winter, this is the only one that seems to have done very well. The others kind of, well, you saw them, they're not that great. Just another little garden here. Everything that was in here died in the freeze 2 years ago, so I'm rebuilding this. That's a Pyracanthus there. I just put that in this year. Didn't have anything evergreen. It was a mass of little white flowers, and they turn into orange berries that the birds like. That's a Liatris there. That'll be big spikes of pink flowers here. Some more Aqualegia, Columbine, common name. The iris were wonderful this year. Got some freedom sage growing there, aka Russian sage. Got the Eryngium there. That is called the sea holly, and it is magnificent. It seems on warm days, the bees go nuts on this thing. It's got the beautiful purple stems and its purple flowers. It's magnificent. I love that thing. And again, some more of the Echinacea gigantica there. That some of them are blooming. Some of them have put up flower stalks. Some have not. But again, first year in the ground. I grew them from seed last year. This is a daylily. Anybody wants that daylily? can have it. Up front here, these are little, these are green penguin pine. I forget, Pinus sylvestris. That's what it is. Pinus sylvestris. Again, need something evergreen in here for the winter time. This was quite barren. All the other evergreens perished in the Great Freeze. Another daylily, which name eludes me, and oh, freaking rabbits or whatever it is have dug down, and this, I forget, this was a magnificent little flower, and it was just a whole stand of them here. Will you look at that? Look at that. It just dug right down and ate them all. Bastards. Another one of the little green penguins. Oh, and they got into my stargazer lilies too. I had them in a pot. No, two of them survived. This here's some more Monarda. The bees go wild for that. That's a Tamukiyama weeping Japanese maple. Stokes asters there. The bees go wild for them too. Seems like there's not much activity with the bees on a cloudy day. Don't know why. Some more Monarda there. This is some curled parsley that I grow just for the butterflies, and the little pollinators really go nuts for that. But it's mainly so the swallowtail caterpillars can lay their eggs, and the caterpillars have something to eat. So that the swallowtail's like anything in the carrot family. So that's a ginger that my friend Steve gave me. I'm not sure that's going to stay there. Not sure that that's a spot for it. Again, some petunias. There's a baptisia in there that you can't see. It's purple, blue. It's already bloomed. Another one of my experimental roses. That's was sold to me as a Chrysler Imperial. I don't think it is. It doesn't have the flavor, doesn't have the look of, it's not a hybrid tea. Looks like it's a grandiflora or floribundite, I don't know. And I've got my lemon tree here, which I just picked all the lemons off it yesterday actually, from last year. I'm hoping it will set some more flowers, and a little lime tree here with more damn Japanese beetles on it. I guess they're here. They typically come out right around the week of or week after Memorial Day. So over on the side, oh, and that's my little garden down there. It's got some red hot pokers in it, and needs some attention. Got some more agapanthus here, which have not sprouted yet. There's a white agapanthus that's just about to bloom with some petunias in it. Here's my little nursery of whatnot. Some bronze fennel and some peppers and some more echinacea. And that was just a native azalea that failed to thrive, and I've moved it several places, and I just don't think it's ever going to survive. So that's the Orange Dream Japanese maple there. And again, some azaleas that were big masses of white with a rhododendron, purple native rhododendron there. Again, this is a Emperor 1 Japanese maple. I don't worry about putting them too close to the house because they have very fibrous roots. They don't have big, thick root systems like a regular native maple tree. Some more Echinacea gigantica. Can you tell I had a lot of seeds? That was my Japanese umbrella pine, which was the centerpiece of that garden over there, which now has a Tamukiyama there. He, again, was frozen to death and wasn't sure he was going to survive, but I chopped him down. It was a shame. He was about 4 or 5 feet tall. Magnificent specimen, but there we go. Another Emperor 1. That's dogwood is the grand tree of the great dogwood at the Huntsville Botanical Gardens. One year they sold seedlings from it. I bought some seedlings, planted them in my old house. Those seedlings had seedlings, and that is a seedling of that. And all the branches that you see dripping everywhere are the result of the locusts. Locusts tend to chew through the bark, lay their eggs into the tree, and when the eggs hatch, they crawl down and into the soil. And don't pay any attention to the grass. It needs to be cut. Again, some native azalea that's called Miss Mary. That's frozen out. It freeze 2 years ago. I cut it down and it came back, so that's good. Some more Leatris. Some Keith and Jenny there in a pot. One of the Confederate azaleas, I forget which one he is, but he's orange. He blooms late. He just finished blooming. Some more Freedom Sage, little butterfly bush. Another rhododendron. It's not too happy and healthy there. Some more of the bee balm, Monarda. This is another Japanese maple. This is called the Lion's Head Shishigashira. And it's got some interesting leaves on it. Kind of crinkled, kind of little tufted things. Some more Echinacea. They're easy to grow. Some butterfly weed there. Again, that's for the monarch caterpillars. For monarch butterflies, they can lay the caterpillars have something to eat. That's all they eat. Another little butterfly bush there. Some more Monarda. Daylilies. Some more salvia. That's called black and blue. That's a beauty bush. That's a native here. I planted him years ago and he got lost in the mess that is the back corner of my yard that I need to clean out. I made a mistake of planting some wild mountain mint and it's just taken over back there. So, lesson learned. These are some carrots that I had put in. Again, last year I planted them from seed so the butterflies would have something to lay their eggs on. And I'm just letting them go to seed again. There's another Orangium there. He hasn't turned quite blue yet. There's lots of parsley, again, for the butterflies. Another massive Echinacea gigantica. Just some petunias. Some salvia there that's just past it. Again, some more butterfly bush coming in. They tend to spread like crazy. I like those. I don't know if you can see, but there's just tons of pollinators on this parsley. They love it. They're just everywhere. Tons and tons of little bugs flying all over the place. Got some clematis that have just passed it on the wagon wheel. Some lilies that were Easter lilies. I just stuck them in there and they just seem to keep coming back. There's Leatris is starting to bloom here. there's the Stokes asters, and it's one guy, one bee's going nuts on it. And just got some black and white petunias here. And in the back one, maybe one day I'll walk through there. It's got a bunch of native azaleas that have passed bloom for this year. I've got to remove all of that mountain mint. And then another little area here that I kind of neglected early in the spring and did something I don't like to do, use a little bit of Roundup around it to try to get the weeds under control. But it's got, oh, here's the mountain mint. I was foolish enough to put some of that in there. There's some milkweed growing and some monarda and the some bee balm, another Japanese maple. But yeah, it's looking kind of rough here. The deer did that to this other Picea abies, weeping one. It just tore it up. So yeah, longer tour than I thought.